where they come from. Send it back, send it back. Every evil arrow, anywhere he come from. Send it, send it, send it back. If a China, if a Jamaica, if a Haiti, where he come from, we send it back. Third, reverse the curse. Reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Reverse the curse. Reverse the order. Somebody say, reverse the curse. Yeah. Reverse the order. Somebody reverse the curse. Aye. Reverse the order over Jamaica. Reverse the curse, mighty God. Reverse the order. If a king's house, if a garden house, if a the prime minister, if a the opposition, if a politician, if a the lawyer, come from the doctor, come from Simon, anywhere he come from, reverse the order, reverse the order, break sure, we're coming through, we're coming through, reverse the curse, send back the order, reverse the curse, send back the order, where he come from, anywhere he come from, if a Jamaica, if a Clarendon, if a St. Thomas he come from, St. Mary, send it back, send it back, we don't want to hear ya. Come out of Jamaica, leave we Highland, leave Jamaica, leave Jamaica, we say leave Jamaica, we are going to know Jamaica, we are going to take back 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 Jamaica, we say we want 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 back Andyville, say we want back Clarendon, we want back Manchester, say we want back Kingston, we want back Spanish Town, say we want back Canova, Montego Bay Afri, Trinidad Afri.
The works of our former leaders inspire us to deliver a better life for all Jamaicans, guided by our progressive principles of equality and justice, built on a firm foundation of utmost integrity.
For the role of leadership, first of all, the leadership, he must inspire by example, and above all, he must have integrity. Integrity, integrity, integrity. Only honesty can lead the people.
Heat life, he life, he life.
Yes, comrades! Youth and youth! Undecided voters! PNP coming again! So tell your neighbor, tell your friend! Green man I ride with like mule, and I take the nation for fall. But we have a new name for him.
What the name?
Him name Eli.
Bangarang.
Oh, we tired of the labor pay. The drive across the bus and the country going down the drain. Yes, we tired of the labor pay. Poverty of us we shut and we going insane.
Why?
Eli. At the new name for the bus driver.
Eli.
That's how you hear from every corner.
Eli.
Him name a ring throughout Jamaica.
Eli.
On a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, on a Friday, on a Saturday, 2 times on a Sunday. Eli. Hear this. Eli tell we say him a go build up the country, put money in our pocket and end poverty. dirty. Promise the farmer them a go drive SUV. No him crash the bus, him a blame PNP. But Eli is a rookie driver. Him cannot run Jamaica. If he go sit down back in the harbor, him too lion out of order. Eli, lie. Oh, we tired that the labor paid. The driver cross the bus and the country going down the drain. Yes, we tired that the labor paid. Poverty a bus we shut and we going insane. Eli, the union for the bus driver. That's all you hear on every corner. In name a ring throughout Jamaica. Eli make big promise to teach a nurse and police. Promise to give them big salary increase. Promise jobs, more jobs and good economy. But no him crash the bus, him a blame PNP. But Eli is a rookie driver. Him cannot run Jamaica. If he go sit down back in the harbor, him too lion out of order. Eli, lie. Wanna remember this? Eli from a party new on the scene. Swear say him done with the garrison and the green.
I'll never go back to that.
Him tell the country now him greener than green with no credibility. Eli at the union for the bus driver. That's how you hear on every corner. Him name a ring throughout Jamaica. Eli is a rookie driver. Him cannot run Jamaica. If he go sit down back in the harbor, him too lion out of order. On a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, on a Friday, on a Saturday, 2 times on a Sunday, 1 o'clock.
Good afternoon, Jamaica. Good afternoon to my students in Jamaica, my students in the diaspora, my students across the globe. Not sure where you're listening in from today, but welcome yet to another midday connection. I have to drink up my water because the place is so hot. The place is so hot, Jamaica. So I have to drink as much water as I can. I'm sure you all last night were left in awe. With the kind of information I revealed to you all about the parish of St. Dorothy and the parish of St. John. In the parish of St. Dorothy and in the parish of St. John, many of you never knew that, don't it? What bombshell video you sent me, Delta? Where you sent me? A lot of people don't understand. I don't use the 995 number unless I'm coming on to Partner Draw TV. My substantive number is the 865 number. So I don't know of what bombshell video you sent me, because I don't recall getting any bombshell video on my 865 number. As I said to you, Jamaica, a lot of you, especially if it's not, even if it is not just, even for lunch, people were messaging the 995 number. That 995 number doesn't come into use until I come on the day program and on the night program. So if you want to send me something, you have to send it to me via 865-4587. So last night I dealt with Clifford the big green dog. Last night I dealt with Clifford the big green dog. And I'm heading back. Hold a second. I'm heading back. A lot of people miss Winnie. Is that the most time is the 995 number she calling me on. And them not understand. So the 995 number, I hardly use it. Yes, Jamaica, I hardly use it. Let me hear what Miss Winnie she has said now. You hear what Miss Winnie has say?
Andre, win. No. The devil's war talk the truth. He said the JLP are evil.
Mm-hmm.
They're evil as hell. You understand? My grandmother always say, a drunken man talk the truth. He have too much powder. That's why he let out the secret that they're evil people. Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Evil as the devil don't even want to see them how evil they are.
All right, Mama Winnie. So today I am journeying to Jamaica to Old Harbor. Because if you're in Old Harbor tomorrow, there will be a protest in Old Harbor. There will be a protest in Old Harbor tomorrow. And as such, I am journeying to Old Harbor. I don't know if I'll be able to go to the protest tomorrow, students. I will more likely carry the protest, but I don't know if I'll be able. You hear what I said? I don't know if I'll be able to be there live, but I will carry the protest. So, Dr. Kurt Waul, yes, I'm going to St. Dorothy tomorrow. I'll see who I can get to go to St. Dorothy tomorrow in the parish of St. Dorothy. Yes, St. Dorothy and St. John is now what makes the parish called St. Catherine. But learn last night. I can't be there, Claudette, Pierre, because I have my business to sustain. Had the demonstration be a Monday or a Tuesday, I could go there. But I can't leave my substantive business if I go attend to other business. No, you have to understand, I can't go there. Me have my substantive business to do. And me can't get my kitchen if I go to PNP business them way there. I will be able to carry whatsoever coverage comes from there. Or if Dr. Wall gets somebody to turn on them camera from there, I can stream it in my live, but I will not be able to go there physically. Reasonable? Now let us bring in Dr. Kurt Wall, Jamaica. Let us bring in Dr. Kurt Wall on Midday Connection. Good afternoon, Dr. Wall. How you do?
Good afternoon, Andre. I'm quite good enough. How are you?
You're not in Olaba.
No. That's right now.
That look like you're in somebody Tapanari's office, but me gonna leave. Dr. Wall. So you never
Yes,
tell me
Andre.
who you're running against is also have estate of slaves.
Boy, I tell you, man, if that gentleman spend 1/4 of the time and dig for some water for the people in Wollaba North, he would have given them some water. The way we dig up the opposition leader's background, I tell you, if he just spend 1/4 of that time working in his constituency, then he would have delivered some water to the people in Wollaba North. The amount of time he must have spent digging up that information. My God.
So you're conducting a demonstration tomorrow against corruption.
Definitely.
Tell us more about it.
Well, there are a number of things going on in Jamaica right now as we speak, and also in my constituency of Southwest St. Catherine, and also my division of Waul South, in which I'm the councillor. As you know, but specifically what we are pinpointing on is the fact that the Prime Minister has appointed, well, basically he has told his friend to interview for a position, and then he ultimately got the position to become the head of the FID. And we think that it's highly inappropriate that a very good friend of the Prime Minister should head the body which will investigate his illicit enrichment case. And, you know, I think that is a very important issue, and we cannot let it die a 9-day wonder. We have to continue to press and to see if the Prime Minister will relent and do the right thing, and to open up the interviews and allow someone else more appropriate to interview for the position.
But I don't think he's going to ask his dear friend and confidant and his to withdraw. I don't think, based on how they're proceeding, them big bad and brave.
Yes, I think so also, but at the same time, we have to let the people of Jamaica know that the PNP is uncomfortable, and many other people have come out to say that they're uncomfortable. Members of the public sector have come out, other bloggers like yourself, and a number of other very popular bloggers have come out. I see where, you know, the Maverick have come out against it. I see where even this gentleman named 119, who is a staunch, also a person who is aligned with the Prime Minister, he has come out against it. A number of other people have come out against it and said it's highly inappropriate that the friend of the Prime Minister should lead investigations into his illicit enrichment case. I don't know how to put it, but it's highly, highly inappropriate. So and there are other things happening.
What else is happening?
Yeah, and there are other things. Well, in my corruption is also affecting me in my division of Waul South and Southwest St. Catherine. And I came on the show and I spoke about.
Dr. Waul, are you there?
As you know, the Spark program is an ongoing program which every division and every community in Jamaica should benefit from the Spark program. And as I mentioned before, my division of Waul South was entirely excluded from the consultation process. And ultimately, I was left off the list. Waul South was not given a road. I called the member of parliament and I asked him about it, and he bluntly told me that there was no road for Waul South. He should have listed 10 roads. He only listed 4 roads. So not only is Waul South suffering from this, other areas in the constituency of Southwest St. Catherine will also be affected by the fact that whatever the member of parliament is doing is not above board, it's not transparent, because he did not invite all stakeholders to the consultation. And I even went to his office personally and I asked him about it. And he still told me that there are no roads. So I then went on to call the Minister of Works, which is Nestor Morgan. And I asked him, I said, how come the member of parliament conducted a consultation and I was not invited? And ultimately I was left off the list of roads. And he told me bluntly that he could not help me. I saw.
Really? Are we hearing him? He jumped out. He jumped out Jamaica. I think he'll be back soon. I think he's having some
at a meeting where the TV can do.
Dr. Waul,
yes, I'm back on. Yes. So when I saw the minister at this function where the TV cameras were on him, he told me at that time, because the cameras were on him, that he would have helped me to get some roads for Waul South. He said I should call him in 2 days. When I called him in 2 days, he was singing the same tune, that he could not help me. And then lo and behold, I hear him giving his presentation in Parliament, his sectoral debate, saying that how the member of Parliament was his good friend and his confidant, and that sort of thing. So I see where these people are colluding to basically disenfranchise the people of Jamaica from what is rightfully theirs. The people of Waul, South and Southwest St. Catherine, we pay our taxes and we should benefit from any government program there is. He said that he would not allow I as the councillor to spend any of his money, and he's doing it right now. And I think that is blatantly corrupt. What he and the Minister of Works, they are doing. They are in collusion with each other. Because of his utterances, he lost the position as the Minister of Works, and now he has put a pawn in place, which is the Minister Nestor Morgan, to carry out his dirty work. You understand? And the people of Waul, South and Southwest St. Catherine, we will not stand and let him disenfranchise us. And we'll also will not stand and allow the Prime Minister to assign his very good friend to oversee his investigations of illicit enrichment. So those are two of the major things that we'll be standing against. And there are a number of other things. As you see, what happened in Midday, you spoke about it on your show yesterday, where the mayor down there was trying to take down the signs of the member of parliament candidates for the PNP while allowing his candidates to put up their signs. And he was ultimately found to be in the wrong. And this government, this JLP government, they are not an introspective government. They will not look into themselves and say that, yes, we are doing the wrong thing. Let us change course. This is a government where you basically have to beat and teach. You understand? You have to drive home the points, because they are unrelenting in whatever they do. Whether it is bad, they are unrelenting. And we the well-thinking people of Southwest St. Catherine, and by extension the rest of St. Catherine and Jamaica, we have to let the people in Jamaica know what is going on inside the government. Because they will not come out, the Labour Party will not come out and apologize and said, we have done something wrong, let us change course. We will have to drive it home in the minds and hearts of the people.
So your demonstration is against the slave owner who is creating mayhem in Old Harbour against the people?
Definitely, he's a very corrupt member of parliament.
Your demonstration also would solidify the stance against the appointment of Chung, Holness's body, and equally you're standing in solidarity for the judgment that the court gave for what the mayor did in Montego Bay. Am I correct?
Definitely. All the corrupt things, starting back from way back when Royal Reid was found to have, used money from the education ministry for himself. I don't know, allegedly, right? All of those things coming right up to now. The fact that Petrojam was funneling monies all over the place, we're against all the things that they have been doing. The fact that the Prime Minister has had his statutory declarations and certified for the past 4 years, right? And when the Integrity Commission took him to task on it, he brought them to court. He essentially brought the government to court, saying that the government should answer to him. Why is it that they are bringing up this case against him? And then when the Integrity Commission referred this case to the FID because it was too complicated for them, he now wants to ultimately assign his friend to oversee the investigations. And I think if this was any other country, any other democracy worth its salt, the Prime Minister would have ultimately resigned and allow somebody else to carry on the mantle. Well, in 2011, Bruce Golding did the honorable thing, because he too got himself embroiled in corrupt practices, but he did the honorable thing. He exercised the honorable in his title, and he stood aside and gave this gentleman who is now the Prime Minister to take on the mantle. And now he's in a similar situation, but he doesn't want to exercise the honorable in his name.
Because you have to understand there are different degrees of pedigree, don't it? Bruce Golding comes from a a family who knows what right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't know the pedigree that wholeness is. And that pedigree,
Well, he's a whole, Bruce Cole is a whole other man too, and he has good upbringing. So I guess that's why, you know. He's a
well,
whole other man like myself.
not all good, not everything good comes from Olaba, because you have some dangerous bulldogs in Olaba. That when them bite you, them give you, is what, when you get bite, is where you get from dog when you get bite. Rabies?
Rabies. It's not in Jamaica though, thankfully. We don't have it in Jamaica.
But when some dogs bite Jamaica,
Yes.
there's a potential of you getting rabies.
Yeah,
But,
rabbit dog. Yes, we call him.
hmm?
So you call him a rabid dog.
So what is else happening with the people of Old Harbor?
Well, the people in Olaba, you know, I think they are sick and tired of the current member of parliament, especially when you go to areas like Olaba North, which is in the hilly section of the constituency, right? Almost the entire population of the people, more than 80% of the population of the people who reside in Olaba North, have not had water, running water, for the past 20 odd years. And this is during the tenure of the current member of parliament. And when I saw we digged up this nonsensical thing about the prime minister, the party president, Mark Golan, to say who begot who, right down almost to 10 generations, I thought to myself, then this gentleman has a lot of time on his hands.
Yes.
Imagine the people in Wolaba North are suffering from a drop of water so they can go into their bathrooms and their showers and their kitchens and turn on the faucet and get water. If he was digging like that for Wolaba North, he would have digged up and found a well so massive that it could have provided water for the entire Southwest St. Catherine and neighboring constituencies. So,
Wow.
you know, I think the people are tired. And I am telling the people that when I become the member of parliament, I will let the problems that they have, the concerns that they have, the causes that they get up and fight for every day, I will let them be my number one priority. From day one, I will be fighting for the people of Old Harbour North to ensure that they get running water within my second year of being the member of parliament. I will assign somebody in my office to ensure that their only duty is to call and to make appointments and to ensure that all timelines are met, to ensure that the people in Old Harbour North and other sections of Southwest St. Catherine do not have to suffer another 5 years. Because I'm telling them, if they allow this gentleman to return as the member of parliament, he will continue to do the same things that he has been doing for the last 20 years.
Wow.
And he will not do anything different. And they will suffer again for another 5 years. Another big issue within the constituency is unemployment. You understand, the Prime Minister loves to boast that the unemployment rate in Jamaica is about 3%. But when we did our own sounding and our own studies, we found out that the unemployment rate within Southwest St. Catherine was about almost 10%, 3 times the national average. And we are one of the largest constituency. We have over 43,000 registered voters. And currently we have around 5 housing developments that are currently taking place within the constituency. So the constituency will continue to grow. And we find out that they are building these BPO sectors all over Jamaica, and there are BPO sectors who want to come into the Southwest St. Catherine space, and they tell me that they are being blocked by the member of parliament. Really? And you know, right? They tell me that, and I'm telling them that whenever Dr. Waul becomes a member of parliament for Southwest St. Catherine, we will allow all business sectors who can provide employment to come into the Southwest St. Catherine space. Because back in the days now, Southwest St. Catherine was a place with many factories, where the soya bean, where the cotton polyester, brassiere factories. We had, you know, at the time, JPS was a big thing in the whole of Southwest St. Catherine space. Now, most of those things, JPS now has basically toned down their operations. Their plants now are not as it used to be. They're employing less people. The cotton polyester factory is completely closed down. The soya bean factory is completely closed down. We used to have Amity that used to produce a lot of rice and
Yes.
mango fields. We had the mango fields in Techford and in Brampton, and the rice fields in Amity Hall. All of those things are gone now. You understand? So we are depending on the current things which are in vogue to employ the people, like the BPO sectors and the technology parks. And the current member of parliament has never ever encouraged anyone. We're one of the largest constituency. We should have at least 2 or 3 BPO entities within the space so that our people, our young children, don't have to travel so far to get employment. It's a crying shame, really.
So what about the fisheries right now? Has fisheries improved since the last time we spoke?
No, it has not. You know, after the hurricane struck, right? The hurricane struck 2 fishing villages in Jamaica. It struck the Rocky Point fishing village very badly, and it also struck the Waul Bay fishing village very badly. And these are the 2 major fishing villages in Jamaica. In Rocky Point alone, you have around 3,000 odd registered fishermen. In Waul Bay, we probably have 2,000. We have a larger fishing village than them, but they have more fishers there. And when I saw what happened, how the fishing industry was devastated in Waul South, and the fisheries department, they were going around and collecting people name, date of birth, all sorts of things that were basically unnecessary to basically get the people out of their misery. I quickly saw what was happening, and I released some funds. Basically, I released some funds so I could go to that place there in Kingston that sells the fishing wire, because 99% of the fish pots in Waul Bay were destroyed.
Wow.
And I got some, and I started distributing them to all registered fishermen. I didn't have to go get your name, your number, your phone number, your shoe size, and all of that. We just put it in the community, and we say, all registered fishermen,
just
come and get your partners. Right. It's just recently, since Beryl blew in June of last year, it's just about 1 month ago, the fisheries came and started distributing money for people who lost nets and pots in Waul South. And they funnel everything to the member of parliament. And I heard that he was also giving money to people who are not involved in fishing any at all. I take no position to a man getting a money, but all and sundry were getting these money, and the people who are legitimate fisher folk were not getting these funds.
Wow.
You understand?
Just like the fertilizer.
Right, just like the fertilizer, and the fertilizer that's spoiled too. For the life of me, I don't know fertilizer spoiled. But all of those things were protesting about.
Spoiled?
Yeah, they said that they said a couple 100 bags of the fertilizer. I think it was 3,000 bags, which were unaccounted for. I think they reported that it was spoiled. I don't know how that happened, but
so
they will have to explain.
While
I think that will go down as one of their major accomplishments, letting fertilizer spoil.
What? So fertilizer can spoil, Dr. Waul?
Well, that's what I heard. That's what was alleged. Remember, there were a number of bags that were unaccounted for. They said some of them burst up and they couldn't get them back. And they said, I think they said around 3,000 bags of it spoiled.
I never hear fertilizer spoiling. That is news to me. But so you said they went around a lot last month ago, and even people who are not fisher folks were getting monies.
Right.
So what amount of
and
funds?
it took nearly a year for fisheries to disburse the money. And if it was before that, I don't know of it, because as you know, they do not involve me, the sitting council of Waul South, in anything.
Wow.
Everything that is done in Waul South now through the ministry or through the member of parliament is done in secrecy, because they want to exclude me, the sitting councillor. And I have told them categorically, I do not want any funds passing through my hand. I just want to be a part of the process to see that the Jamaican people get value for money when tax dollars are being dispersed. You understand? I do not want the monies to pass through my hand. I just want to know that the process is taking place fairly and that the people who should get these tax resources are actually the people who should get them and not all and sundry. You understand? I am not opposed to people getting money, but there are monies for different things. If a man want a money to fix up him house, there are agencies that do that. If a man want a money to fix up him car, there are agencies. Do not use monies for fisher folk to do other things or to ingratiate yourself with the electorate. You know, that is very bad. Any monies that should have been dispersed through Wolaba South, I should have been privileged to that information. And nothing at all that this gentleman does now, he allows me to participate in it. And I told him categorically, I do not want your money, sir. I want the people in Wolaba South to get the tax dollars which are entitled to them. I do not want it to pass through my hands. I have always given the people of Wolaba South everything that they should get. Everything that the government gives me, I give it to them, plus brata.
Wow. This not sound safe. What happening out at Church Pen? Them finish the bridge out at Church Pen, there, sir?
No, the bridge, well, there are two bridges in the Church Pen divisions, in the Church Pen division that is down right now. We have one in Spring Village. That one has been down for September coming, would have been 2 years since that bridge was down. And it's just now they are starting. They are still in the early stages of fixing the bridge, right? But it has been 2 years. Another thing I want to highlight to Andre.
Yes.
That bridge in Spring Village, it cuts the community into two, really. Right? It divides the Gutters community from the Spring Village community. Most people who live in Spring Village, they normally drive through that bridge to go home. Because the bridge is down now, it basically cuts the taxi route into two.
Yeah.
So you have some taxi men coming from Wool to the bridge, and these people traverse across a footbridge that was built by the Jamaica Boilers Group. Thanks to them. And they go over to the other side. And that trip is like a less than a mile trip from there to the Spring Village community. Right? Most of these men on the other side, they are robot taxis, right? Because they're basically filling a void. Majority of the route taxi men, they would rather to collect the bigger fare from Woolaba to the bridge, which is around $400. From the bridge into the Spring Village community is around $50 to $70. So because most of the taxi men don't take up that road, you know, you have the robot taxi men coming in to fill that void. Right? Yes, and you have the transport authority now. They are coming around there, driving on a bad road, nearly 2 miles on bad road to come around there to seize and to lock up these men. I'm telling you, I don't know what is it that this government won't stop at.
No,
I don't know. I said, my God, these men who are running these robot taxi men, they are family members of the people who they are carrying back to Spring Village. There are people who live there. Everybody knows them.
Yes.
You're right. And for the last couple of weeks, they have been going around there antagonizing. And I don't even call it antagonize. I'd call they're extorting these taxi men. So we're also standing against corruption from the agencies led by this JLP government. They're going around there dressing up in like normal passengers, taking away these people's car. And I tell you, they have to pay sometime in the order of hundreds of thousands of dollars to get back the vehicle. You know? You understand? So we're standing against these things also. It's a crying shame. And with all of these things happening, the member of parliament is nowhere to be found. He's there digging up he must have been at RGD for nearly 1 month, digging up 10 generations of the
Dr. Waul, in and out again.
yes, sir. Yes. Yeah.
Hey, breaking news. Hold on, the Jamaica. Hold on.
Yes, Andre. You hearing me now?
Yes, Jamaica. I can confirm that the Integrity Commission has sent to the Parliament. You remember people were asking me this week, teacher, what is happening with the illicit aid? The Integrity Commission, as we speak, Jamaica, has sent 3 reports of investigations along with the associated indicative ruling of the acting director of corruption prosecution to the Speaker of the House, the President of the Senate. A copy of the reports and the indicative ruling has also been sent to the Clerk of the House. Did you hear what I just said, Jamaica? The Integrity Commission has sent 3 reports of investigations along with the associated indicative ruling from the acting director of corruption prosecution to the Speaker of the House and the President of the Senate. A copy of the report of the indicative rulings also were sent to the Clerk of the Houses of Parliament. Jamaica, let us bring in back Dr. Kirk Waul. Interesting times, interesting times, interesting times. You heard what I said? Interesting times, interesting times, interesting times. Yes, Dr. Waul.
Yes, Andre.
So, yeah, man. So, the Integrity Commission has sent 3 of the 8 potentially who are under investigation. So let us see what is to come out that later today. The Parliament will be hot. Parliament will be hot today, Jamaica. The Parliament will be hot. How long will it take the Speaker to put those rulings into the hands of the public? How long will it take for the Speaker to make the rulings known? But don't worry, Jamaica. If the Speaker don't give us, we will find it. I bet you them don't keep Parliament today. I bet you, Jamaica, that they don't keep Parliament today. Yes, Dr. Waul. So you were explaining the crisis that is happening with the transport operators in the constituency, particularly in this. So
Spring Village area.
The Spring Village area.
Yes, a number of them vehicles were seized, and they have been asked to pay tens of thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars to retrieve their vehicles. You understand? And you know, I did a little minor protest with them about it, and the person who is in charge of it said that I should call her. And when I tried calling her, no one answered. You understand? I don't know why you want to regularize a route that usually does not exist. As soon as the bridge is reopened, that route will no longer exist. Why do you want to bring in people to go pay tens of thousands of dollars to register for a route that in short order will be gone? That is what she wants. She wants these men who just run a 3/4 mile or a 1 mile trip to come and regularize. It doesn't make sense. I think they should just use their discretions and allow the men to continue to operate, because these men are not strangers to the community. They are our friends, they are our cousins, our uncles, and they are just filling a void. Right? As soon as the bridge is fixed, which they should have done over 2 years ago. It's 2 years now since the bridge has been there. It's taken a very mighty long time. And it's costing the people of Spring Village a lot of money, because they basically have to pay 2 fares to get home. You understand? And, rather than facilitating the people and leaving the people to breathe and to allow them to just go home, they're running away, these taxi men, and in the middle of the night when people leave in Jamaica boilers and coming to work from Jamaica boilers, some of them have to walk
Yes.
half a mile, 1 mile to go to work because they're running away, these men who are filling a void within the communities. It's a travesty, really. As I
Yes.
said, these people will stop at nothing. And they have no solid representation apart from myself within Southwest St. Catherine. I am the only one who is standing up against these people. And I'm trying my best, despite the fact that I have limited powers and resources. And I'm telling the people of Southwest St. Catherine that if you want a man who will get up and fight for them every day for full solid 5 years until that election period is over, you vote for Dr. Kuratwal. I tell you, I will get up every day and I will fight for them. Every single day I will get up and fight for them whenever the needs be.
So how is it looking now in terms of your election preparation?
Well, I have a very good team around me. All our workers are on board. All our executive members are on board. All our PD workers, everyone is on board, and they're out in the fields on a weekly, sometimes on a daily basis,
Yes.
gathering information, canvassing, getting reports from the people. We are always up and about our constituency. Everyone within our constituency who is in need of some form of assistance, we try our best to help them in the best way we can. People are mourning from their losses. People are celebrating their funerals, their birthdays. We try and be a part of everything to let the people of Southwest St. Catherine know that when I become the member of parliament, I will be hitting the ground running because I know all their concerns. I know all their families. I know everyone. It's always good when people know, but it's very good to when people know you and you know them back. And I try my best to know the people who live within my constituency so that I can relate to them in the right and proper way.
So tomorrow, you are spearheading the demonstration in Old Harbor. Here's the demonstration, Jamaica. This is a demonstration that is going to Operation Rescue Jamaica from Corruption. It's tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the Old Harbor Park or the Old Harbor Square. Can you tell Jamaica today who and who will be at this demonstration?
Well, as you know, we're expecting the people of Southwest St. Catherine and surrounding constituencies to come out in their numbers. If you think you have been wronged, if you think you have been oppressed or wronged by this government's corrupt practices, you come out and you voice your concern.
Yes.
We're not even though we are opposed to the appointment of Dennis Strong. But if you have any other grouse that you want to come out there and express freely and to vent it in the open, whether you're a taxi man who has been downtrodden by the system, by the corrupt practices of some of these government agencies.
Yes.
Anything, if you think you are wronged in any way by this government's corrupt practices, you're encouraged to come. You're welcome to come and join us. As you know, the party leader will be there, a number of other officers from the party will be there. Our general secretary will be there, Dr. Dayton Campbell.
Yes.
Former leader Mark Jefferson Golden will be there. Many officers of the party will be there. I will be there. Your executive members, your PD workers, the people who, walk about your communities and come and greet you and canvass you, they will be there, standing with you. So any issue you think you have, if you think you have been wronged, and there are many people in Southwest St. Catherine who have been wronged. The people in Waul Harbor North, you haven't had water for many, many years. You have been wronged by the corrupt practices of this government and the member of parliament. Come out and you voice your concern. All the young people in Southwest St. Catherine who are not allowed to work within their community because this member of parliament doesn't see it fit to encourage BPO sectors to come inside the constituency. Come out there, come out also and stand with us and have your voices be heard. If you think you have been wrong, which there are many people who have been wrong, you come out and you voice your concern against the corrupt practices of this government.
So you're telling them to come out tomorrow, 8 o'clock in
Yes,
the Old
8
Harbor.
a.m. sharp. We'll be there for 2 hours. It's not a whole day thing. You come early, you do your thing early, and by 10 o'clock we should be out of there. We are not doing this protest to disrupt the normal flow. People have, Old Harbor is a very busy town. We're not coming there to disrupt the normal hustle and bustle of Old Harbor. We're coming there to stand peacefully and to let the people of Jamaica know that enough is enough, and we cannot allow a government who is not introspective, a government who cannot look into themselves to see what they are doing wrong, to change their ways. We have to go there and highlight it and drive it home in the hearts and minds of the people, to let them know that we do not want what is happening now to become the new norm in Jamaica. We need to rescue Jamaica and let it be the way it was before, where people who were called honorable did the honorable thing, and not to try and circumvent good practices and to do things which will only will only benefit themselves. Everything that you see the Prime Minister is doing is to benefit himself. You understand?
Yes.
And we cannot allow that to happen.
Wow. Well, you have heard from Dr. Kurt Waul today. Is there any final words you want to say to the public today, Dr. Waul?
Well, I just want him to know that, when I heard the gentleman Clifford Warmington, how we dig down into the party president's history, I had to say to myself, imagine, this is all you can come with. And then was when I realized that the man who is going up to be the Prime Minister of Jamaica is a man is so qualified that they cannot find anything else to say about him. They cannot hit him on his record. They can't take him to task on any other thing, apart from the fact that he had his some great grand people did this and did that. And it makes me feel very confident that we are going into this election with a leader who, when he becomes the Prime Minister of Jamaica, he will serve the people well, because there's nothing at all else they can say about him. There are so many things hanging above the head of the current Prime Minister, which to disqualify him from being Prime Minister. But the only thing that they can come about and say about the leader of the opposition is that his great-grandfather may have did this or may have done that. And it makes me feel confident. It makes me feel very confident going into this election that, they have nothing against this man, and that he's a man who is fit and qualified and ready to lead Jamaica in the right and proper way. I feel very good about that. When I heard that gentleman Clifford speak yesterday, I felt happy, basically. I felt happy.
Great. Well, thank you, Dr. Waul, for joining today to give us an update of what is happening in the constituency of Southwest. It's Southwest St. Catherine, right?
Yes.
Southwest St. Catherine, Jamaica. They might think that him not able to cross it, but I believe that the people of Old Harbor are fed up, and the people of Old Harbor needs proper and true representation. So look election night for a potential upset in this constituency of Southwest St. Catherine. Thank you for joining us, Dr. Kurt Waul, and keep pushing, going, and keep moving. All right, my boss. God bless you now.
Yeah, thank you to Andre. Thank you for the service you have been doing on your platform. You have highlighted a lot of issues that may have not been carried by other traditional news medias. And I want to thank you for the work you have been doing also. Keep up the good work.
Blessings to you, my father. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Yeah, man. So Jamaica, that was what good, Dr. Waul. That was Dr. Kurt Waul. We have a short and spicy conversation with him as to the state of what is happening in Old Harbor. As I said, students, what I'm going to do, I'm going to see who I can get to be there, and then I'll power the stream and ask my producer for them to get that connectivity. All right. So if I can find somebody who can cover from that end, I will make sure that you guys get coverage of the demonstration tomorrow. But I know that it more likely will happen. I can't be there in person. As I said, I can't give up my food business unless una go pay for my food for the entire day. And then me say cool, but me can't give up my food business. If it go down at Old Harbor, if it come up back for lunchtime, that will be horrendous and egregious on my end. So yeah, BOJ will be there, but people always say that when Andre Steven come, them get a different kind of coverage. People always say that when them get a Andre Stevens coverage, them get a kind of coverage that gives you a very intimate on the ground thing, because I go around, I talk to the people. So I'll see who I can get to organize and get that kind of coverage. Reasonable, Jamaica? Reasonable. Remember, I cook tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is a lunch day. The chefs are here prepping. As we speak. Remember, tomorrow is a lunch day. So for the people who want lunch from now, you can reach out to me and I will send you the menu. Can reach out to me and I'll send you the menu. So you will all have the menu at your disposal. All right. Walk good, Jamaica. Stay blessed, Jamaica. And I will see you back at 11. I'll see you back tonight at 8 p.m. You hear me at about 11. I wonder if me I say because the next 3 investigation. I wonder if I 3 more on that investigation for illicit enrichment, or is it a ruling into out of the 8, you know? This is very complicated, but we will know by later if this is another 3 persons being investigated for illicit enrichment. Walk good, Jamaica. Stay positive, Jamaica. And I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. Be blessed now. Bye-bye.